What up, decoders? Welcome back to the channel. This is Decoding with Cody, and today is February 23rd, 2025. And this decode's going to be, this is just kind of an impromptu decode, not a long one. I just want to talk about something that happened on Friday night in the WWE, which I actually pointed out ahead of time. And yeah, I was not expecting this, okay? This is the last thing I was expecting to happen in WWE. Okay, this is such a strange, odd, and like Danny says in the chat, this is an absolutely blatant deal with the devil symbolism. And again, we're gonna make that connection here. Hello to everyone in the chat. Hello to Birdie, Danny. Hello to Visionary Vet, Coffee Girl. Hello, Jody. Hello. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. You guys know the drill. I didn't even ask, but you guys gave that thumbs up. So give it a few minutes. This is very impromptu. And then we're going to get through this pretty fast. I don't want to be on here long. I just want to go over what I posted just a few nights ago on Friday. Of course, every Friday night they have a WWE show called SmackDown. And it was revealed just ahead of the show on Friday that The Rock, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, who's a huge symbol in this world, he was going to be at the show, right? And I'm just going to show you how this is all tied to the Super Bowl, how it's all tied to the deal with the devil. It's blatant symbolism, okay? Blatant symbolism. And you can see here the headlines, guys. The normies are even shocked. Just think about it. Even the normies are like, what is this all about? Why is this guy talking about wanting someone's soul when this is supposed to be about wanting championships? You know, WWE is all about championships, the gold that Cody Rhodes is holding here. Now, remember, I've been following this Cody Rhodes thing for a while, guys. For 2 years, Cody Rhodes tried to become a champion in the WWE. 2 years. He couldn't beat the tribal chief the first time, but then he beat the tribal chief and became the champion last year, right before the eclipse. Well, The Rock is related to his cousin, Roman Reigns. And again, we're not going to talk about Roman Reigns here. We're going to talk about The Rock and Cody Rhodes and why The Rock wants Cody's soul, okay? So let me just start with this. I posted this just before this happened. I said, The Rock is making a shocking return tonight in New Orleans. Now, guys, what just happened in New Orleans? You guys know the Super Bowl just took place in New Orleans 2 weeks ago, okay? Now the WWE shows up in New Orleans. The Philadelphia Eagles scored 40 points to win Super Bowl in New Orleans 2 weeks ago, right? 40 points on the 40th day of the year. Let me just show you that. The Super Bowl was on 2/9. That was the 40th day of the year. The Eagles scored 40 points to win the Super Bowl. Now, think about the number 40, guys. The number 40 is connected to Satan and temptation. What happens in the Bible? Jesus is tempted in the desert 40 days and 40 nights. Think about that. Okay? That's what this all goes back to. So why did The Rock post, before he came to New Orleans 2 nights ago, why did he post a watch with the number 40 on it? Do you guys see that? Because last year in WrestleMania 40, let me show you that. If I can find it. Last year in Philadelphia, at WrestleMania 40, Cody Rhodes defeated the tribal chief and The Rock to become the champion, okay? In Philadelphia, the Philadelphia Eagles just won with, so again, Cody, let me go scroll down to show you guys what this is all about. Remember, the Super Bowl just happened in New Orleans. A year before that, in Philadelphia, we had the WrestleMania 40, right? Where Cody Rhodes defeated the tribal chief to become the champion, okay? That's why there was 40 points in the Super Bowl just 2 weeks ago, and it was on the 40th day of the year, and it connected perfectly to the WrestleMania that happened a year prior to that, which was called WrestleMania 40. The devil tempts Jesus for 40 days and 40 nights. 40 days, 40 nights. That's always something you hear, okay? So that's what's up with this 40 going on, okay? And Cody Rhodes represents the Eagles because he wears the eagle on his attire, first of all. And his daughter's name is Liberty, okay? But anyway, so let's go back to 2 nights ago where The Rock posts he's coming to New Orleans. And again, the Super Bowl was just in New Orleans where the Eagles scored 40 points. The Rock posted a Rolex with a 40 on it. The watch is ticking with New Orleans in the background, and it says, "It's time." The Saints football team plays in New Orleans, and the WWE just debuted an upcoming star who is calling himself Ricky Saints. Okay, The Rock's brother's name is Ricky, okay, first of all. And now WWE is debuting a new character named Ricky Saints, and he's from New Orleans, and the Saints play in New Orleans. Do you see how all this is completely connected? The NFL and the WWE are so scripted together, okay? Now, this is why The Rock posted the 40 with the watch, okay? What did The Rock say? He said, this is what he wrote. "New Orleans, the final boss has arrived." Okay, think about this. The final boss, guys. Why is he calling himself the final boss? The final boss represents the final temptation. 40 days, 40 nights. That devil that tempts you for the last time, you overcome death. You overcome the temptation. This exact Rolex was gifted to me from WWE champion Cody Rhodes 5 hours before WrestleMania 40, okay? So that's why it has the 40 on it. And again, I'm not going to reiterate this again, but the Eagles won with 40 points. So how is this connected? So what else did The Rock do? Hold on a second. So first of all, The Rock asked for Cody's soul on the 52nd day of the year, okay? And he said he has until March 1st to get his answer at the next WWE event, okay? This is what he said. "I don't want that WWE gold. I want your soul. I'll see you on March 1st at Elimination Chamber." Elimination Chamber. That doesn't sound good. So this happened on 2/21. That's the 52nd day of the year, guys. 52nd day of the year, The Rock asked for Cody's soul, right? Well, why is that important? Because the word devil equals 52. On the 52nd day of the year, he asked for his soul. Devil equals 52, right? Like the devil wants your soul. Well, The Rock, he's currently 52 years old, and he's playing this devil role. 52 years old, like devil, okay? Please hit those likes, guys. I got 93 people in here and 25 likes. So please hit those likes if you would. I'd appreciate that. Because again, I know there's not a lot of numbers here, but this is all about like breaking down, Thorinator, what do you mean? What's the point? I'm showing that all these things are connected, man. The next Super Bowl, the Super Bowl 2 years ago was in Las Vegas. The next WrestleMania is in Las Vegas, okay? So we can see that they're doing these Super Bowls and these WrestleManias like backwards of each other. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's a bit confusing if I don't have a slide build to show you that. But the point is the whole devil wants your soul thing. That's what the point is, Thorinator. Like, what do you mean, what's the point? The point is, this is blatant soul symbolism. The devil wants your soul. That's it. Simple. Why do you think The Rock asked for his soul on the 52nd day of the year when devil equals 52 and The Rock is 52 years old? Okay. So again, I'm just saying, I don't know why people are always trying to understand what the point is. I'm making it very clear what the point is. Like, it's all about the devil. Like, I don't even need to say anymore, guys. Do I? Like, do I even need to decode this anymore? Like, I think it's pretty clear, But I'll show you why this happened in New Orleans, right? Well, let me just go through because there's a lot to bring together here. This is not easy to explain, guys. I'm just trying to get the point to you guys. It's not easy to explain all this stuff, how it goes together. It really isn't. So first of all, again, he asked for the soul. Now, we have to go on a journey here because, again, we're talking about how The Rock announced WrestleMania 42. All right, so what else did The Rock do last night? Besides asking for Cody Rhodes' soul, he announced in New Orleans that the next WrestleMania in New Orleans would be WrestleMania 42 on April 11th, 2026. So what I'm telling you guys is we just had the Super Bowl in New Orleans, and now they're just releasing that the next WrestleMania will be in New Orleans. So let's see how many days it is from the Super Bowl that was just in New Orleans to the WrestleMania that they just announced in New Orleans. Guys, it's 606 weeks, 60 weeks and 6 days from the WrestleMania in New Orleans to the next to the Super Bowl in New Orleans to the next WrestleMania in New Orleans. Why is that important? Why 66? Well, because the Super Bowl was hugely tied to this 606 number. Let me bring in the other two standard ciphers here. Notice how the Philadelphia Eagles equals 606. Okay. Now, who won the Super Bowl? The Eagles. The Philadelphia Eagles equals 606. And it's going to be 60 weeks and 6 days from the Eagles winning the Super Bowl to the WrestleMania in New Orleans that The Rock just announced. And Philadelphia also equals 606. I was going to get to that. Just the word Philadelphia equals 606. Again, 606. So that's pretty clear. What's the chance of that, Also, notice that it's 1 year and 61 days from the Super Bowl to the WrestleMania. That's the golden ratio. Philadelphia is named after phi, which is the golden ratio. This is all connected to gold because there's a huge gold symbolism going on. I'm not going to get into that, but also notice that this next WrestleMania in New Orleans will be on the 101st day of the year. You guys see that? See how it's on the 101st day of the year in New Orleans? Well, Philadelphia equals 101. Remember, Cody Rhodes won his championship in Philadelphia, and now Philadelphia just won in New Orleans, and now the next Super Bowl is going to be or the next WrestleMania is in New Orleans on the 101st day of the year, and Philadelphia equals 101. You see what I mean? It's hard to explain all this. It's all like really connected. Yeah, and Cody Rhodes, Thornator, thank you for adding something. Cody Rhodes' brother's name is Gold Dust. Let me show you that. Cody Rhodes and his brother, Gold Dust. Right here. So Gold Dust, and then that's their father, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, and that's Cody Rhodes when he was younger. So there's more gold connection here. Golden ratio, gold, golden age, all this gold stuff. It's continuing to go on. Cody Rhodes is the champion right now, so that means he holds all the gold. Right? So anyway, the point is it's scripted. Okay? Now, let's go back to the devil thing, right? Because The Rock wants Cody's soul, right? That's what he said. Now, Cody Rhodes is from Georgia. He wasn't born in Georgia, but Cody Rhodes grew up in Georgia. He's a Georgia boy. Now, also, before we get to that, The Rock asked for Cody's soul in New Orleans, right? Well, New Orleans is known for the New Orleans soul music. New Orleans soul is a musical style originating from soul music with significant influences from gospel music, okay? So New Orleans soul is the home of you know, so again, it's pretty clear. He asked for Cody's soul in New Orleans, which is the home of the New Orleans soul, okay? The music. Now remember, Satan or Lucifer was known as a musician. And yes, this does connect to the sun. The sun is also known as soul, which, think about it, guys. Cody Rhodes is the son of Dusty Rhodes, right? He's known as the sun. Well, depending on how you write that, it could also be the sun, as in the sun in the sky. Now, this connects to the house of the rising sun, because what do they say in the song? This all connects to music, guys. All these songs are connecting this together. Look at this. There is a house in New Orleans they call the rising sun. So you could say that this is the rising sun. Cody Rhodes is the rising son of Dusty Rhodes, right? He rose to his stardom now, Cody Rhodes did. He was held down, but he's the rising sun. He's known as the son of Dusty Rhodes, right? So he's the rising sun. Now, why is this connect to Cody Rhodes? Well, Cody Rhodes is a Georgia boy. Now, okay, so Georgia is intimately connected with the devil and souls. Look at this. The devil went down to Georgia. He was looking for a soul to steal. The song tells a story of the devil's failure to gain a young man's soul through a fiddle playing contest. So again, music, guys. But in this song, the devil went down to Georgia, the chorus points us to the house of the rising sun. Okay, so do you see how all these songs point us together? They all lead us on a story here. The house of the rising sun says there's a house in New Orleans called the house of the rising sun, right? Well, the devil went down to Georgia tells us that there's fire on a mountain, run boys run, the devil's in the house of the rising sun. Okay, so Cody Rhodes, he's from Georgia, right? The Rock asked for his soul in New Orleans. So the devil went down to Georgia, which tells us that the devil is in the house of the rising sun. And then the song House of the Rising Sun tells us that New Orleans is the house of the rising sun, which is exactly where Cody Rhodes got asked for his soul. And again, this is about the soul, the sun. Okay, let me just type it out. The soul, as in the sun, or the soul, as in someone's soul. Both things are intimately connected to this. Okay, yeah. And Gene Splice is making a good point in the chat. The Rock equals 80. Notice how the Rock equals 80, like Satan. See that? The Rock equals 80 and 35, and Satan equals 80 and 35. Okay. So that's just another clear connection to him in the. Okay, so we have New Orleans soul, we have House of the Rising Sun, and we have the devil went down to Georgia. All these things connect to Cody Rhodes. Now, the devil went down to Georgia. Again, Cody's from Georgia. But Cody Rhodes is known for his move called the Crossroads. So right here. This is Cody Rhodes doing his finishing maneuver. His finishing maneuver is called the Crossroads. All right, so let's tell a story. All right, let's tell a story here. So Cody Rhodes, the Georgia boy. So let's go to the devil went down to Georgia. Now, if you scroll down this Wikipedia page of the devil went down to Georgia, if you scroll down, you're going to see it says, this story tells of a man named Johnny in a variant classic of A Deal with the Devil, okay? So we're going to start with The Devil Went Down to Georgia, like Cody Rhodes is from Georgia, and his finishing move is the Crossroads. Scroll down, you get it puts here for you to click on Deal with the Devil. So let's click on the Deal with the Devil, which you get from this Devil Went Down to Georgia, right? So let's click on that. Okay, so now we're in the Wikipedia page for Deal with the Devil, right? So let's see how they lead us on this journey here. So we went from the Devil Went Down to Georgia to the Deal with the Devil, right? If you scroll down here, it talks about Crossroads myth. Okay, a number of famous works refer to the pacts with the devil and the numerous European devil bridges to the violin virtuosity and to the crossroad myth associated with Robert Johnson. Okay, so we have just followed a trail on Wikipedia. We have started out with Cody Rhodes and his Georgia boy, the devil went down to Georgia. Then we found the Deal with the Devil. The Deal with the Devil takes us to the Crossroads myth. That's the finishing maneuver of Cody Rhodes, the Crossroads. The Crossroads myth is about Hermes. What have I been talking about, guys? What have I been talking about on this channel? Hermes, Mercury. The Crossroads myth represents a location between worlds, as such a site where supernatural spirits can be contacted and paranormal events can take place. So if you scroll down, you get Hermes, okay? But listen to what it says here. An 11th century homily called De Fallacis Deis tells us that Mercury, or Odin, was honored on Crossroads. Now listen to what it says about Mercury, Odin, or Hermes. Listen to what this text says, this old text. It says, there once lived a man named Mercury, who was very deceitful, and though he was quite wise in speech, was treacherous in his actions and lies. The pagans in their account also made him their great god, and often and frequently offered him sacrifices at Crossroads through teachings of the devil. All right. So think about it. Cody Rhodes' move is the Crossroads, right? The Crossroads is where they have the Herm pillar, which connects to Hermes, Mercury, or Odin. Those are the equivalents. And in this text, it says that there once lived a man named Mercury. He was deceitful, and though he was quite wise in his speech, he was treacherous in his actions and lies. The pagans in their account made him their great god. The pagans in their account made Mercury their great god and offered to him sacrifices at Crossroads. So again, going back to Cody being the guy who does the Crossroads. Now, we're going to keep going because remember how I told you we're going to follow a journey here. So first we started with the devil went down to Georgia. Then we went to the Deal with the Devil. And then we go down to the Crossroads, okay? But also in this same section, it mentions Robert Johnson. Now, this is where it gets deep, guys. Who's Robert Johnson? Robert Johnson is a blues musician, kind of like how this is all connected to soul music, like New Orleans soul. But Robert Johnson, what is he famous for, guys? He was famous for being possibly the first ever rock star. So do you guys get this now? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, that's his name, right? Is connected to Robert Johnson, who was known as the first rock star. You get it? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. And you're talking about supposedly the first ever rock star, Robert Johnson. Now, don't forget, The Rock's father's name was Rocky Johnson, and he was in a group called the Soul the Soul something. I forget now what it was, but the Soul Patrol. That's what it was. All right. So now we've all the way from Deal with the Devil, or from The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Then we found the Deal with the Devil, and now we're led all the way to Robert Johnson. Now, what is Robert Johnson known for? Much of Robert Johnson's story has been reconstructed by researchers. Johnson's poorly documented life and death have given rise to legends. The one most often associated with him is he sold his soul to the devil at a local crossroads in return for music and success. So, do you get it now? Robert Johnson is known for having sold his soul at a crossroads to the devil. And now we have Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson asking Cody Rhodes for his soul. And Cody Rhodes does the crossroads move. And this all happens in New Orleans, which leads us to the House of the Rising Sun. And the devil went down to Georgia because Cody Rhodes is a Georgia boy. And that leads us to New Orleans. But that leads us to this year's WrestleMania, because The Rock said, "I want your soul." And that's going to lead us to the WrestleMania 41. And when is WrestleMania 41, guys? That's this year. And look at how this is lined up, guys. 41. And look where it's at, guys. Las Vegas. So how does this all come back around? Because Las Vegas is Sin City. And look at the cards on the symbol for WrestleMania 41. It's dealing with the devil, guys. You're dealing the cards. You see? What do they say when you're dealing the cards? They call it dealing. Just like you're making a deal with the devil in Sin City. So why is The Rock asking for Cody Rhodes' soul just before WrestleMania 41 in Sin City? Well, what's up with the 41? Here we go. This is all about the soul, right? And here it is. I don't even need a lot of gematria here. This is just simple understanding, guys. Cody Rhodes is going to have a soul theme going into WrestleMania 41. You guys get it now? And what does this have to do with us, guys? Is this telling us, again, that we're soon going to have to sell out in order to take the mark, in order if we want to buy and trade? Think about it. We're getting close to these new systems, guys. And Cody Rhodes represents, the dream. His father was named the American Dream. And now, as we're coming up on Sin City, we're going to have, and I'm not saying that The Rock is going to face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. I don't think that's going to happen. I think it's possible that Cody Rhodes faces John Cena, but we'll see what happens. I don't know who Cody Rhodes is going to face yet. But anyway, WrestleMania 41 in Sin City points us back to the whole soul narrative, which equals 41. And don't forget, Super Bowl equals 41. 41 is the 13th prime. There's a lot I could say here, but the point here is that it's all about the 41 in the soul. Now, I was a bit interested because I wanted to type in ChatGPT. I wanted to ask it. So this is what I asked ChatGPT. I said, so don't you think it's interesting that The Rock asked Cody Rhodes, the boy from Georgia, for his soul in New Orleans, which is the place of soul music? Okay? And listen to what ChatGPT said, guys. This you can't make this up. Please hit those like buttons, guys. We're you cannot make this up, what ChatGPT said to me. It said, "That's an amazing connection." So, hey, thank you, ChatGPT. I appreciate that. ChatGPT thinks I'm making an amazing connection with Cody Rhodes and the soul. If The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, is invoking this imagery when he's challenging Cody Rhodes, a boy from Georgia in New Orleans, it's a masterstroke of storytelling that blends wrestling, music, and mythology. Okay, so amazing connection, Cody. So what do we learn from this? So Cody Rhodes, the boy from Georgia. Cody is from Georgia, just like Johnny, in The Devil Went Down to Georgia, who had to prove himself in a high-stakes duel against the devil. Cody Rhodes, a high-stakes duel against the devil, okay? Cody's entire WWE journey has been about proving himself, especially on his quest to finish the story. Okay? The Rock, as the devil, in The Devil Went Down to Georgia, the devil challenges Johnny for a duel for his soul. The Rock's positioning himself as the devil suggests he's the ultimate test for Cody Rhodes. Can Cody resist his temptation and outplay him and prove he's the best? Think about it, guys. This is crazy. Can he resist the temptation of the devil? The ultimate test. So why do you think The Rock is calling himself the final boss right now? Why is The Rock calling himself the final boss, the final test? So Cody is being tempted by the devil in the final test, right? The Rock's Hollywood persona and current WWE role is the ultimate power figure, making him the devil scenario. New Orleans is the setting of temptation and soul, the house of the rising sun, a place of sin and downfall, much like The Rock might be offering Cody fame, fortune, and an easy way out. Soul music and Mardi Gras. New Orleans is the birthplace of jazz, a place of rich soul music. So we're talking about the soul again, right? If this is leading to a match at WrestleMania in New Orleans, so ChatGPT is stupid here, doesn't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, ChatGPT thinks I made an amazing connection. Anyways, but whatever that means. It would be interesting if there's a triple threat between John Cena, The Rock, and Cody Rhodes, because I'm telling you, this is about Johnny, like John Cena, because it's Johnny in The Devil Went Down to Georgia who's tempted, right? Now, how does this all connect to Jesus? Well, again, I told you this is all about the Super Bowl and 40, right? Cody Rhodes won his championship at WrestleMania 40, right? So we're going to look up Jesus tempted by Satan 40 days. The temptation of Christ is a biblical narrative detailed in the Gospel of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. After being baptized by John the Baptist, Jesus was tempted by the devil for 40 days and 40 nights. It's just so crazy, guys, because Cody Rhodes just won his championship last year at WrestleMania 40, and now he's being tempted of sin. He's being tempted to sin like Jesus was tempted by Satan, and this is all going to lead us to WrestleMania 41 in Sin City. Get it? In Sin City, guys. It's the perfect cities. You're going from WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, like the 40 days and 40 nights, then you're going to Sin City next. And you're being tempted for your soul in Sin City by The Rock, the devil, right? So how crazy, just people don't think that this stuff is perfectly connected, man. Like, this is crazy. So I have so many tabs open, but again, I told you this was all about the 40. That's why The Rock posted this watch with the 40 right before he showed up in New Orleans. And that's why the Eagles just won the Super Bowl 40-22 on the 40th day of the year. And this is all about the balance, guys. All right. So remember, you have the Eagles representing freedom, America and the freedom, right? But then it's talking about slavery. Remember, the whole Super Bowl in New Orleans was connected to slavery. I did a whole video on, if you guys haven't seen it, I did a whole video on how the word slave equals 59. And this was Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans. And New Orleans was one of the biggest slave trades in the 1800s and 1900s, okay, or 17 and 1800s. So this, to me, I feel like it's setting up something for the mark or some sort of new financial system, whether it's like a chip that you're going to have to take if you want to trade. So this is also connected to Lent. So when is Lent this year? Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Wait, hold on. Let's see. And don't forget, this is all going on. This is all going on while the Pope is on his deathbed. And don't forget, yeah, it's all connected to the Pope being on his deathbed. We're not going to even talk about that here, but Lent 2025. Oh, look at that. So Lent 2025 starts on March 5th and goes to April 17th, which is just 2 days before this WrestleMania where Cody Rhodes will be tempted in Sin City. So 2 days before this show, you're going to have the end of Lent, which again connects to the 40 days that Jesus spent. See, it's perfect, guys. Oh my gosh, it's so perfect. So March 5th to the 17th. So that's 43 days. Kind of like Jesus Christ equals 43. But yeah, so Lent is going to be ending right before WrestleMania 41, and then Lent is connected to the 40 days. I mean, Lent right here, just read it. Lent means 40th. I didn't even know that, guys. I did not even know that. Lent means 40th. So there it is. What does Lent equal in Gematria? Hold on. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I actually knew what this equaled. Lent equals war in multiple ciphers. But yeah, let me see. Anyway, Lent it means 40th. So that all connects back to our 40 code and the Eagles. It echoes the 40 days that Jesus spent fasting in the desert for during the temptation of Satan. So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is this telling us that in the next 2 months they're going to tempt us with something, guys? Like, this is not just about Cody Rhodes being tempted. This is symbolic for something bigger. Are we going to be tempted with some sort of interesting issue in the next 2 months going into this? I don't know. I mean, we already have the blood moon lunar eclipse coming up next month. We have the Purim. We have St. Patrick's Day, which I've been talking about. We have the Ides of March. So I'm just wondering, if this is like pointing to something bigger. Yeah, WWE equals 51 also. Yeah, thank you for that. WWE. Oh, WWE equals Lent. Okay, well, there you go. WWE is a 2-cipher match to Lent. And this is all connected to WWE and Lent. So but yeah, if you guys, I know this was this decode was all over the place. Yeah, the final boss, the final choice. I mean, they're really pointing to that. They're really pointing to it, that it's going to come down to your final choice to save your soul. I mean, that seems to be the narrative here. I mean, just look at all these people, these are just regular wrestling fans. They're all shocked by The Rock saying, "I want your soul." You know, like, it doesn't make any sense. I've never heard a wrestler just out of nowhere for no reason say, "I don't want your title, I want your soul." Like, it's just weird. Yeah, there's probably something about Cecil Rhodes. Yeah. Yeah, it could be something with the bird flu, guys. Even in my home county in Ohio, I'll show you guys this. State of emergency. So this is my home this is my home county. This is where I grew up. But look at this. My home county, my little county in Ohio, it says Mercer County commissioners declare state of emergency. So why are they declaring a state of emergency? At yesterday's Mercer County Commissioners meeting of the state emergency was enacted by those facing a bird flu situation. So how crazy it was when my mom shared with me that my little county in Ohio declared a state of emergency for bird flu on February 18th. So, I mean, what happened the last time? What happened the last time Trump was president in the month of March? Okay, here's chat participation. What happened in the month of March when Trump was president the last time? Did we not have a P word? So I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not sure they're going to repeat that, but that's what happened in March the last time Trump was president. Like, literally, the last March that Trump was president, we had a pandemic declaration. So, I mean, now we're coming up on March again, and now Trump's president again. So that's just something to think about. But yeah, let's look into Cecil Rhodes, because somebody mentioned that in the chat. There is a whole connection here with the Rhodes Scholarship, but that's not really the theme of this. I mean, maybe this somehow fits in with the deal with the devil, but the theme of this decode is mainly about the devil. But there is the Rhodes Scholarship and the Cecil Rhodes. But again, I haven't really done any research in connection with this, so I don't really know what to say. He died on 3/26, yeah. 3/26 is the day I have pegs for a possible blackout. I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's interesting. But yeah, I mean, this is also weirdly connected to me, guys. I mean, my name is Cody. In fact, my initials are Cody R, just like Cody Rhodes. I mean, and I've been having quite the last few days myself. But you guys will notice that if I bring up my thing here, you'll see that I have a CR as my initials, and right here's Mr. Cody Rhodes' old symbol he used to use, the CR, and he literally has my name, or I mean, close to my. It's pretty close. So is the devil telling me something through this? I don't know. I mean, this might not just be a macrocosm thing. This could be something with me, and I think it is something with me. Something's going on in my life right now, anyways. So that's probably why I'm a bit fired up today, guys. The last few days have been a bit interesting for me, so I'm not going to go into details, but thank you, Dirk, for the prayers. Can always use those. Yeah, but I feel like Cody being asked for his soul right now, like, it fits in with my life right now. It's just so interesting how these things actually connect to my own life. If you guys only knew how this connects to my own life, man. Like when I saw that Cody asked for his soul, I just couldn't believe it. Like yeah, everyone's connected to this. I mean, just go check out the Widow's Son channel, Sean, Sean, and how he's connected to all this stuff going on right now too. And um, go check out Dr. Savage channel. He's always showing how this stuff connects to him personally. So yeah, guys, maybe I'm at a crossroads in my life here. And you know what? I am clearly at a crossroads in my life. It's so insane that I am at a crossroads and now this is all connected. I don't know. Anyways, Bob Frederick asked if I'm a wrestler. Well, I tried to be a wrestler when I was a kid. I used to go in the backyard and wrestle with my friends, and we used to do WWE moves on each other on these mattresses in the backyard. That's about as close I got to wrestling, though, because I remember a few times I almost broke my neck. That stuff's dangerous, man. Even if you're just slamming each other on mattresses. I remember one time I was running after one of my buddies and I tried to like spear him into the ground and I ended up hitting my head and I knocked myself out unconscious, man. Like I was probably like 17 years old or something, maybe even only like 15. And I missed him and I hit my head right on a hard spot on the ground, man. And the next thing I remember is I waking up and I asked my friend, what happened? And he's like, you knocked yourself out. I was like, are you kidding me? I kind of stopped wrestling after that, to be honest. I knocked myself out like clean cold, which I never done before in my life other than that. Yeah, Garo, from Jurassic Liars, he's always showing connections to him too. Let's see. So let's go to some comments. Psalms 33:3. Agree with thine adversary quickly, whilst thou art in the way with him, lest at any time the adversary deliver thee to the judge, and the judge deliver thee to the officer, and thou be cast into prison. Good one. Tabernacle of the bridegroom. Look up the Mazaroth. I will look that up. I mean, not live, but I'll look into it. All right, so I'm just trying to see if there's anyone else in the chat that has any. I just don't really know if I thought there was something else I wanted to say, but I can't remember now. Yeah, but the point is, I wanted to cover this because I really haven't had a whole lot else to talk about. So you guys know I always try to keep regular videos coming out. A visionary vet said he was knocked out playing football. Yeah, not fun. So has anyone else got anything else to add before I get off here? And thanks to everyone for the prayers. Thank you, Coffee Girl, for the prayers. Thank you to Jessica. Jessica says I'll make the right choice. Yeah, I hope so. Numbers Weaving Reality. Haven't been working on anything because I'm moving to Michigan tomorrow. Oh, well, good luck with your travels, bro. Hopefully everything goes smoothly for you. I don't know how far away you're moving, but hopefully you have safe travels and all the moving process goes smoothly. Casey Jones Astrology in the house. Casey's asking what's going on here. We're just talking about this scene where The Rock asked Cody Rhodes for his soul. Not really a whole lot of numbers or stuff in this one. We're getting ready to hang it up though now. Also, tomorrow's my mom's birthday, so happy birthday to my mom. Oh, wow. So numbers weaving reality is moving from Arizona to Michigan. Wow. Um Arizona to Michigan. That's probably like 25 hours or something like that. Let's see how good I am. Is it like 25, 26 hours? I'm just guessing. If you just drove straight through, is it like 25, 26 hours? I mean, you're going to be close to where I'm from now. I don't know what city in Michigan you're moving to, but oh, hey Joseph. Yeah, no problem, brother. There's not a whole lot in this like number wise. It's just talking about the deal with the devil symbolism and The Rock asking for Cody Rhodes' soul. There's really not much to go over. Just if you want to watch it back, you can watch it back. So yeah, it's like 27 or 28 hours from Arizona to Michigan. All right. Well, he's saying he's going to Portage, Michigan. I don't know where that is, but again, safe travels, brother. Hope everything goes well. Thank you for the birthday wishes for my mom. Her birthday is tomorrow. Much love to you too, brother Joseph. Make sure you guys go check out Joseph's video from earlier. Joseph, you can post that link in the chat if you want, like always. Joseph, he's been talking about the 222 and the airplane crashes, man. And we just had more 222 airplane incidents. It's crazy over and over again. Thank you, Numbers Weaving Rally. I appreciate you. It's so exciting what is happening in the stars. It's crazy. I cannot keep up with all the signs. I'm about to start production of Michael Stands Up Part 5 right after this decode. Do you have a channel? I guess you have a channel, Tabernacle of the Bridegroom. I don't know if you have a channel, but if you do, you can drop the link to your channel in the... Thank you to Sojourn 137. Appreciate you. Much love. And thank you to Sister C. Man, Sister C, I think you've been giving some amazing connections lately. So thank you to all your amazing connections you've added over the... I think you're the one who helped find that gold coin thing with the eagle and the chief, weren't you? Was that you? I think it was you. But yeah, anyway, much love. Thank you for all watching. Another War Machine says he's born in Kalamazoo. The guy's going to Numbers Weaving Reality is going to Portage. That's who's going to Portage. Yeah, thank you, Jody. Thanks for saying that. Appreciate you. Much love. God bless. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to get ready to wrap it up. We're almost an hour in. So I think this is a good place to end it. If you guys missed the beginning, again, this decode's not the most important, mind-blowing thing ever, but it's clear symbolism that they're putting out there. asking for the soul, all connected to the Crossroads. The devil went down to Georgia, the house of the rising sun, the New Orleans soul. This all leads to WrestleMania 41 in Sin City, where Cody Rhodes is going to have his soul tested. Is Cody Rhodes going to lose his soul in WrestleMania 41? I don't know. Going to sell his soul at WrestleMania 41. So there's that. This wasn't the most mind-blowing number decode, but hopefully it made sense. And again, if you guys want to support the channel, the best way you can do that is hit the like button. And also, if you want to leave a comment on the video afterwards, that always helps the algorithm. Otherwise, I have a link at the top to support the channel. Buy me a coffee, Decoding with Cody. I can always use the support. But with that being said, the best way to support is to hit the like button. And also, Bob Frederick says Philadelphia indoor football team was the soul. Really? Let me look that up. Philadelphia. Huh. Wow. Well, that's a good addition. So Cody Rhodes just won his championship last year in Philadelphia at WrestleMania 40. Like, Jesus is tested in the wilderness for 40 days by the devil, and now he's getting tested by the devil, The Rock, going into WrestleMania 41 for his soul, and the Philadelphia soul was apparently a football team. John Bon Jovi. What? Wow. "2024 revival." Look at this. Shortly before the team was slated to travel to Louisiana for their first game against the Louisiana Voodoo. Oh my God. Guys, what in the world, man? This just happens to be what they say here. My whole decode was just about Philadelphia and New Orleans. And the two teams that met shortly before the team was slated to travel to Louisiana for the first game against the Louisiana Voodoo. Oh my God. So, I mean, again, I didn't even mention voodoo, but New Orleans is known for voodoo. Louisiana is known for voodoo, not just New Orleans. Man, I wish I would have known this one, but I would have looked more into this. So what happened here? Patrick. Look at this, man. Look at this story. This is interesting. Shortly before the team was slated to travel to Louisiana for its first game against Louisiana Voodoo, the head coach, Patrick Pimmel, and nearly the entire Soul roster resigned or were abruptly fired. Guys, I think this whole thing ties into this. It doesn't give you a date here. But I've been talking about St. Patrick's Day, and now the Philadelphia Soul. Wait, who's Patrick Pimmel? Did he coach the Soul? Oh, I guess Patrick Pimmel was the coach of the Voodoo. I don't know. But this is interesting. Yeah, did you guys see that thing with the Patrick Mahomes voodoo doll? Do you guys remember seeing that? There was a lady in the stands with a voodoo doll hitting Patrick Mahomes with a yeah, it was like a kind of a viral video going around during the Super Bowl, a voodoo doll. And this all connects to Bray Wyatt, who was a wrestler also, who was connected to his character was a Deep South voodoo kind of character. But who's Patrick Pimmel? I just need to look more into this. But anyways, thank you so much, Bob, for that addition, because this is huge. This could be connected to St. Patrick's Day. The entire Soul roster resigned or got fired. Huh. Let's just see what Philadelphia Soul equals. Hold on. Ah, interesting. Wow. Philadelphia Soul equals decoding with Cody. Like, that's nearly a perfect match to my channel name, guys. That's weird. This whole thing is connected to Cody and the Soul, and Cody won his championship in Philadelphia. Now I found a team called the Philadelphia Soul, which equals my YouTube channel. Like, almost perfect. Yeah, this does connect to Anki too. Anyways, I'm just making this longer than it needs to be, this stream. But hey, Joseph, also, I think you'll find it interesting that from the Super Bowl in New Orleans this year, just to add this on with Philadelphia's Super Bowl win to the newly announced WrestleMania 42 in New Orleans. Look how many weeks and days it was, Joseph. So from the Eagles winning in New Orleans to the Rock, who just announced the new WrestleMania in New Orleans on April 11, 2026, it was 60 weeks and 6 days. And I think Joseph will know why that's important. But yeah, Joseph, I don't think I need to explain why the 606 is important with the Philadelphia thing and the Super Bowl to the WrestleMania in New Orleans. But I just thought I'd let you know that before. The Pope is going out, yeah. Yeah, but you see what I mean, Joseph? They literally scheduled the WrestleMania in New Orleans 60 weeks and 6 days after the Super Bowl. That means these are all going to connect, man. Like, you can figure out these things way ahead of time if you really look into them, because where was the Super Bowl last year? It was in Las Vegas. Where is the WrestleMania this year? It's in Las Vegas. Where was the WrestleMania last year? It was in Philadelphia. Who won the Super Bowl this year? It was Philadelphia. Where's the next WrestleMania in 2026? It's in New Orleans. Where was the Super Bowl this year? It was in New Orleans. It's all perfectly, like, there's like some sort of like pattern that they're following with the Super Bowl and the WrestleMania. Like, it's very clear. All right, so let's end this. But thanks everyone for sticking around and listening to me ramble. But yeah, let's end this at 103 in. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hit those like buttons on the way out. Thanks to all the people in the chat, and we'll see you guys in the next decode. Much love. God bless.